Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about wave management. Basically, when to push a wave, when to freeze a wave, what the benefits are of pushing and freezing, what the problems are of pushing and freezing, and everything you need to know. So I quickly want to talk about the fundamentals of the lane, basically how it works. So let me quickly show you something that's very important. So here you can see an enemy. What happens if I hit the enemy when I'm close to the enemy wave? Boom. Of course, they all attack me. This is very important to understand. Let me show you guys another thing. Let's take a look at what happens when I attack him from a long distance. Here. The minions don't do anything if I attack the enemy from a long distance. So whenever you get close to the wave, you have to be careful of hitting the enemy, because the minions are gonna clash on you guys. And that's a very important thing to understand, because especially in the early game, the minions can decide the fight. Like if I fight this guy here, look at how much damage I'm taking extra. Here, the minions are dealing 49, 34, 33 damage. So much damage to me. So keep that in mind in the early game, guys. So now let's talk about things that you can do with the lane. Like freezing, pushing, and something like that. So the first thing, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys the more simple ones first. And then the most complicated one, I'm going to show you guys in the end here in this clip. So let's take a look at the game, at this clip. So here I'm playing Nasus. Oops, the sound is not off. So take a look at what I'm gonna do here, guys. So this works for a lot of champions, but this is especially what you actually almost always want to do on Nasus, which is freezing. So take a look at this clip, guys. The Gragas is pushing the lane, and look at what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna keep the minions here. I'm not gonna let them go all under the turret, and this is a very important thing to understand. You don't let them go under the turret, and take a look at what's gonna happen with the wave right now, guys. Just take a look. I do not attack the minions, and they freeze under my lane. So I'm already gonna ask you guys to test your knowledge in the comments. What are the risks of freezing your lane? And what is good about freezing your lane? Like, tell me everything in the comments that you know about freezing your lane before I actually tell you about it. Like, what are the risks? What is good about freezing your lane? See, things like that. Okay, let me talk about it right now. So I'm freezing the lane, and obviously the good thing is, take a look at my minions. My minions are dying very fast. Here you can see, boom, died, boom. What does this mean? This means that the enemy Baron laner is losing a lot of farm, because the enemy lane is killing my minions. Look, like he's losing a lot of farm. So that's the first really good thing about it. The enemy is gonna lose farm. The second good thing about it is you are safe, you are safe here. You're not on the enemy side over there. You are actually safe on your side. I really hope you guys can see my mouse, by the way. That would be really helpful if you can. So you are safe over here on your side of the map. And if an enemy tries to gank you, he has to come all the way through here, and it just doesn't work. So you can definitely see how good of a strategy this can be, guys. You can farm safely in your lane. However, let me talk about the problems of freezing the lane right now, which is, first of all, the enemy can rotate. So when you freeze your lane, as you can see, like right now I've frozen my lane, I cannot really go out here, because if I go, the minions are gonna push into my turret, and I'm gonna lose farm, right? And the enemy Gragas, he pushed out, as you can see here, I'm gonna scroll back in this clip right now. The enemy Gragas pushed out the wave, here, he pushed it out, boom, he pushed it out. What is he gonna do? He is immediately gonna rotate. See, I cannot rotate because there's minions that I have to attack. This is the major problem with freezing your lane, guys. So when you freeze your lane, you're basically giving up lane priority, which means the fact that you can rotate from your lane whenever you want, just to be able to farm safely. Now let's talk about the second risk, which is here, guys. Let's take a look at this clip. So this clip is the opposite. I am playing Fiora and the enemy is playing Nasus. So here the Nasus is thinking you know what? I'm just gonna freeze this lane under my turret. I'm gonna freeze it here, easy peasy. So let's take a look at what happens, guys. He freezes the lane and it clashes under his turret. So let's take a look at what happens. He is very vulnerable here, because all the minions are gonna attack him if I fight him, and he's also vulnerable to ganks. If you get ganked while you're freezing the lane, you are absolutely doomed. Here, I'm gonna show you guys again. Look, these are all the minions that he can get. This is 3, 4, 500 gold. So he wants to freeze it, which is good. He can freeze, farm safely. But if you get ganked at this moment, you are gonna lose all these minions for free. Like, not only you're gonna die, you're gonna lose all these minions. And take a look at the advantage that I have. I'm almost level 5 and he's level 3. So let's take a look at the clip and roll it and see what happens, guys. So what am I gonna do? Of course, I'm gonna poke him. And you can see the Shyvana over there. I desperately want the Shyvana to gank him right now. So let's take a look. I'm just going on him. I really want to get him low, and especially because the Shyvana's here, I'm just taking the fight, and boom, he dies. So take a look at the consequences of dying when you're freezing a lane. Look at all this farm. Look at this. This is 85 gold, 40 gold, 40, 40, 40, 65. It's like 600 gold that he's losing. And of course, not only you're gonna lose all the gold, but you might also lose your turret. Like, look at this, guys. Here, I'm gonna scroll up. You can see how much he lost. All these minions are being attacked by the turret, and we dealt so much damage to the turret. So this is an obvious huge risk to freezing the lane, guys. Very, very, very big risk of freezing the lane. So keep in mind when you're freezing the lane that, you know, pay attention to where the enemy jungler is and where the enemy mid laner is. If you get ganked and get killed while freezing your lane, you are absolutely doomed, guys. So let's take a look at the next clip. And this is not really a clip about freezing and pushing. This is more a clip about like a fundamental of laning. So I want to show you guys something here. Like, what are you seeing? You are seeing, like, this is the middle of the lane. Do you guys see my mouse? This is the middle. So the enemy junglers come from here, you know, my jungler comes from here, enemy jungler comes from here. So normally the lane would be here in the middle, like, you know, yeah, you can't see it in any other clip, but in the middle. And here I froze the lane. Well, I didn't really freeze the lane. I just put the lane here. And this is not in the middle. This is on my side. So take a look at this. Oops, there's noise. So there is a huge advantage of doing this. Huge advantage. This is always good. So let me tell you guys about the advantage. So as you can see, the Darius has to overextend. Here, like, the Darius is on my side of the map. If my jungler comes right now, Darius is dead. So take a look at this. Like, we're fighting over here and we're on my side of the map here. We are on my side of the map. So here we're actually taking even trades, but what am I doing? I'm running away. He is, again, very close to my side. My Evelyn is right there. This is the problem for the enemy if the lane is frozen on my side. Now imagine if the lane was frozen all the way here. What would have happened? He would have been able to escape under his turret and my Evelyn would not have been able to gank him. So take a look at this. Boom and boom, I just killed him. And if I wouldn't have killed him, the Evelyn would have killed him. So I'm gonna scroll back into this clip so you guys can see what started all this. So you can see the minions being on this side of the map is crucial to winning your lane. Like, this is always gonna give you an advantage. There are no problems whatsoever with doing this. This is legit always gonna give you an advantage in your lane. So if you can, you should always try to like freeze an even lane on your side of the map. Like, if it's even. Unlike the Nasus clip here, because this is not an even lane, as you can see, because the enemy minions are gonna clash onto my minions. This is an even lane. If you can freeze an even lane here, it's always gonna be good for you guys. Okay, now let's talk about shoving the wave. And this is also a very, very important thing to understand. So shoving the wave means literally pushing the wave under the enemy tower. Yes. So let's roll the clip. Oops. So here you can see I killed the enemy laner. So what do? I immediately focus on hard pushing the wave, like hard pushing the wave. And the reason for that, there are several different reasons for that. So here he's gonna lose farm. You know, he's gonna lose farm because I'm shoving the wave, and this is like always gonna be good for you because he's losing the farm. So there is another reason to shove the wave, and let me tell you guys about this other reason. So let's say the dragon is up, right? You guys can see my mouse, the dragon is up. We're at 4 minutes. What you can do is like, look, shove the wave like I'm doing right now, and then go back, teleport. See, the reason that this is always gonna be good is because you can see here, the enemy is gonna lose farm, and you are gonna put pressure on the enemy. So the enemy has to clear the minions, and this is gonna cost him time, guys. So the thing that it's so important about this is, first of all, he's gonna lose farm. Secondly, he has to spend his time to clear the wave. So imagine he's spending his time. What you can do is walk to the dragon and help your team. So you're gonna be like 10, 15, maybe even 20 seconds earlier at the dragon if you rotate after you've shoved the wave, guys. So now let me show you guys the next fundamental thing and the next thing that you really need to understand about laning. So let me quickly take away the dummy, remove dummies. So let me show you, which is boom and boom. Look at what I've done here. So all we gotta do now is lay back and enjoy. So what is happening over here, guys? This is what we call a slow push. Yes, this is a slow push. So I'm not going to be able to exactly show you guys how it works. So let me just quickly put, yeah, actually it is going to show you exactly. So right now you can see I only have one cannon minion extra. So imagine this, I'm slow pushing the wave and I'm rotating. I'm helping my team in top lane. Just take a look at what I mean here, guys. Take a look at the lane. Here, it's not looking like something significant, right? Like it's just a few minions pushing, as you can see. You know, just a few minions, no one really cares. I am ganking Baron lane, I'm invading the enemy jungle, you know, I'm just doing things on the map and I'm not touching the wave. Look at this. Look at the wave already. So we're gonna keep letting it push, right? What am I doing? I'm just pushing, taking the enemy jungle. I'm just giving you guys an example, right? Like, imagine this: you're in the late game and you slow push a wave. This is slow push, and the way that you slow push a wave, you only kill one minion. Like you only do a little damage to the enemy wave, and it's gonna snowball for your lane. So what's going to happen then is your lane is going to push in the enemy direction. So what's happening right now is an example of when you mess up a slow push. Take a look at what happened. So I'm going to explain to you guys what happened here. I slow pushed the enemy wave, and what happened is my minions were here. So what is going to happen if my minions are here under the turret? What's going to happen is they're going to die. The enemy turret is going to kill them. And what happened instead is now the enemy has a slow push. Take a look at this. The enemy has a few more minions than mine. And what's going to happen is they're going to put a lot of pressure on my minions. So we're going to keep rolling this clip. And then you can see now you're going to see a proper slow push. So in the beginning, I showed you guys a failing slow push. Like if the first tier turret is up, you know, this one, and you push the minions and they stay over here, they're gonna die and the slow push is gonna be useless. See, this is what a real slow push looks like, guys, and this is how devastating a slow push can be. Look at this. And this is not the only thing that it's gonna do. Just take a look at what's gonna happen with my base because of the slow push of the enemy minions. This is all because the enemies killed like maybe one cannon minion for me. This is how hard it can snowball, guys. They literally took an entire turret from themselves, and this is without any champion attacking the minion waves, by the way, guys. So when can this be useful? So when, let's say you're leaving your lane and you want to take Baron with your team. What you can do is you slow push your wave, you kill a few minions, and then you rotate to the Baron. What this, like, look at this. I have to rotate to this lane. If I do not go to this lane, you know, they're gonna keep killing off my turrets. Here, take a look at this. Like, I have to go here. And while I'm going here, you know, the enemies are gonna be 5 versus 4 with my team. Imagine, like, there's Baron. The enemies are 5 versus 4 right now. And the reason for that is because I have to take care of this lane. And that is the big power of slow pushing a lane. So I really hope I taught you guys about, you know, the laning fundamentals in this game. So actually I want to talk about I want to talk about the pushing one again, because there is actually a thing that I forgot to talk about the shoving waves. So I talked to you about, you know, shoving, going to dragon and things like that, but there is a really easy good thing about shoving the wave. Let me teach you guys about that one real quick. So besides the fact that you know, when you kill an enemy you can shove the wave, you can also just shove the wave. And then what's going to happen, if you shove the wave, you're going to have lane priority. So you can rotate wherever you want. So if I shove this wave, what I can do is I can go to mid lane, I can go to jungle, I can go to dragon, I can just help my team while the enemy is busy clearing out my wave. So that's like, you know, a basic thing to understand about shoving the wave. You know, you're gonna be able to rotate and help your team, and the enemy cannot rotate, because if the enemy rotates, they're gonna lose all the farm, and it's totally not worth it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video about how to, you know, manage waves. And if you enjoyed these types of videos, make sure you give them a like. Also put down a comment under this video for the 15 skin giveaway. And yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.